I'm going to work on this little section right here. I am trying to get the music going. And I don't know why it's not playing. All right, it shows me that it's playing. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I'm going to turn it up a little bit more, and if it's too much, y'all just let me know. So I hope everybody's had a great week so far, that you've been productive, that you've gotten to do some of the stuff that you want to do. I am just doing a pop-up. Not sure if anyone will show up because there was no advance notice. And I'm beginning to see that that can be a problem because nobody gets notifications or anything like that. So we're just going to go with it anyway. I have not, as you can see, if you were here before, I have not done any of it. It's just exactly where we left it. I wasn't here at all last week. So the week before, so a week and a half ago. So when I tell y'all I almost don't craft, if I'm not here with y'all, there you have it. I'm gonna work on this color. What color am I working on actually? This one right here. Come on. So, I did this little setup whenever we worked. I think it was, let's see, the last live that I did was on Friday. So I think it was on maybe on Wednesday or Thursday of the last week that I was on here. I did this little setup and I was really liking it because my neck was bothering me and it was really bothering me to like be looking down the whole time. And I took everything off and then I put everything back on, and I'm not sure if I'm exactly where I was, but it feels a little bit different today. So if you're here on the replay, let me know how you've been, what have you been up to? Are you doing anything different or exciting? You know, if you have a garden going, how is the garden going? Because I know that we have busy lives and we can't be at all the lives that we would like to be, right? We want to support, but we can't always be there. But I know that I have supporters that will watch my replay crew. So if you're in here and you're part of that crew, let me know what you've been up to. I see that there's some of you in the background. If you want to come in and say hello, feel free to do so. And if you just want to stay in the background and just watch me put drills on the canvas, that's perfectly okay as well. I've been wanting a clip to clip the canvas onto the light board, and I never think about it when I'm away from here. And now that it shifted, I just thought about it again. And I've mentioned it, right? And I'm not going to do it right now, so it won't get done till the next time I'm here again. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I need a clip. Go figure. So if I don't have anyone here, no one's visiting me in the chat. I see that there's people in the background, but not in the chat. So I'm just going to let the music play and I am just going to place my drills on the canvas. If someone comes in, then I'll talk then, but I'm just going to sit here and do this. And I wasn't going to come on, but because I didn't come on at all last week, I was like, I really should come on, and then I hadn't come on at all this week. So it's like, I really do need to. It's the middle of the week. Oh, you know what? I'm putting them in the wrong spot. Oh, goodness. I wonder how many I did like that. I do that all the time. If I don't, okay, that one goes there. What am I doing? Okay, let's try these two. Maybe I do have it right. Okay, that one went there, and then one more. That one did not go there. Okay, so that one did not go there. Does that mean these other two didn't go there? That one went there, and that one did not go there. I'm putting them on the check marks instead of on the little arrows. Okay, that one went there. So I think I'm good to continue. It happens though. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, y'all. I really like the way this is coming along, and this little section. So I'm a little bit over halfway done. So that's pretty exciting. I would like to be all the way done. Mm, But you figure you can't quite finish it when it goes a week and a half and you don't work on it, right? So, and I'm just doing the single placing. I'm not doing the multi placing. I should do the multi placing for a little bit, maybe move along a little bit quicker. But that always gives me issues. And that's the three. I can't even imagine how crooked my stuff would be if I used like the 7 multi-placer, or let's see which ones it was. I finally found these. I was looking for these for like a few weeks and I couldn't figure out where I had put them. So I was trying to find the curved tip to see if it made it easier for the square drills. But the thing is that has the bigger tip, like, well, this one doesn't actually fit, so it's just a tiny bit bigger. We can try it and see how I feel about it. One of the ladies had suggested that maybe working with the curved tip would make it easier for me. Although this tip rolls around, I'm not sure that it's supposed to do that. All right, we got some wax on it, and we'll see. So anyway, like I was saying, so I have the 6. This was the 3. Then I have a 6, and then I have a 9. I thought I had like a 12, but I guess the 9 is the biggest. But if I have a hard time with that one, can you imagine this 3 times as big? I don't know. All right, we're gonna try this curved tip and see. I am not a curved tip user. So it may take me a little bit to adjust to it. See, I don't like the way it just, I put it down and it just kind of shifts. So we'll see. Like you see that? Like I just went to put that straight down and it just shifts around. Hi, Lydia. Welcome in. You're my first person in the chat today. How are you doing? I'm just doing a pop up after a week and a half of not being here. I've been busy, so I haven't gotten to see many people. Hi, Lee. Welcome in. How are you? So the curved tip seems okay when it doesn't shift on me. Like I said, though, I don't think it's supposed to move around that easily. But I don't know because I'm not even sure that I've used it. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I like that one. Put it back in its little case. I think the angle of the curved one is kind of nice, but I'll just continue to work with this one and just not worry about rushing and trying to get it done, you know? Just take my time. Take my time. I'm doing okay. Been deep cleaning my bedroom, also my craft room. Yeah, 79 degrees. Let's see who got memberships. Danny, Nettie, Helen's Crochet, Kelly Lynn, Weldon Carey. It's so odd the way it does that because I don't believe I've seen any of these folks in here in a long time. So it's weird the way it does that. And then the people that I have in here all the time, it just doesn't do that. Hi, Sonia. Welcome in. How are you doing? So, welcome to the new members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm seeing if I have any more of those symbols. I probably do because I always miss them. But it looks like I don't have any more right here. So I'm going to put those away. And we're going to just take out the 7 because I don't have to go hunting for symbols. Doesn't look like well, there's enough of them. So are you almost done with your deep cleaning, Lydia? Is it like a spring cleaning for your bedroom slash craft room? I used to be so good at spring cleaning. I just don't have the energy for it anymore. But I used to like go through all my stuff, and if like there was stuff that I had not, like let's say there was clothes that I hadn't worn in like that last year, it went, it got donated. Anything that hadn't been used in like 6 months to a year would get donated. So I always just got rid of stuff. Now I don't. And I think it's because I found that you get rid of stuff, right? But then at some point later on, you need it again, and then you have to purchase it. And if you just hang on to it in the first place, then you don't need to repurchase it. But at the same time, then you hold on to stuff that you don't need. And we have a shed that I can put the stuff out there, right, and get it out of the house, but I don't do that. A few years back, I was trying to do like the minimalist thing, and I did okay for a little bit, but that didn't work for me. Like, I like all my kitchen gadgets. And even though I say, oh, I don't need any more kitchen gadgets, something shows up and I'm like, I do need that. I need that in my life. So I don't know that I could be a minimalist. Maybe if I moved into like a tiny home, I would be forced into it. I don't know that I would enjoy it. I mean, I kind of like the fact that, you don't have all the stuff, and then what you do have, you actually enjoy and use it. Because there's so many gadgets that I have that, oh, I need, but I hardly ever use, you know? Anyway, a good example, I had some, I had some Tupperware from years ago, just really old Tupperware, because, Tupperware is good containers, like the actual Tupperware brand. And I was going through the kitchen cabinets and they're the old ones, so they have the BPA in them, right? And so I put them in a cabinet because I haven't been using them to store my food in, because normally if I store my food in them, that's where I warm them up as well. And just to avoid any kind of anything, I just put them away in a cupboard and up high, like above the fridge where I can't even like reach them. And I was cleaning out my cupboard a few days ago and I come across them. And I'm like, I haven't used these in forever. I thought I had gotten rid of them. But instead of just trashing them, because they're not BPA free, so it's not even something that I would want to donate, right? Because just because. So instead of like getting rid of them at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm not a hoarder. I am not a hoarder or a collector. Well, I do collect diamond paintings and yarn, yes. But I was like, I asked Hubs, I'm like, do you have a use for these, like in the garage or the shed that you can put tools in or stuff like that? And he's got, not that I can think off the top of my head. He's like, could you use them in your craft room? I'm like, I probably could. Because, of course, BPA in the craft room doesn't mean that won't hurt anything. And so, yeah, now they're here. They're just sitting there. I haven't put anything in them. I don't know that I will put anything in them, but they went from a kitchen cupboard where they have not been seen in I don't know how long till now they're in the craft room waiting for something to go in them when I could have just like thrown them away. But the thing is, I'm always buying little containers to put my crafts in, right? So they'll probably serve a good purpose here. I just haven't gotten around to that because I haven't been in the craft room for a while. So we'll find something for them to do. Hey Annie, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping in. I made my coffee this morning, which I'm still drinking. Well, I'm almost done with it. I put hot chocolate in it. Well, I put cocoa in it, not hot chocolate, which makes it weird because I like my hot chocolate is the only drink that I really enjoy drinking hot. Um, so it makes it a little bit weird because I put the cocoa in there, but then, my coffee, I like iced. So kind of have an iced cocoa in a way. I mean, and it tastes good. It's just the brain is not registering it. It's like because hot chocolate should be hot. Not as good as me. I'm sorry. I've tried one diamond painting, but the numbers were too small, so I gave up. Did you try a magnifying glass? They have these. I don't have them here. I bought one a while back, and I do have that one. I'll show you. Give me a sec. All right, so I bought this one when I first started my diamond painting. And let's see. So you can do, so you can hold it and look, it has a light as well. And then let's see, it has like the plus sign to add more. I don't know if that adds more, yeah, or less magnifying, but you could hold it and the only thing is that I don't use it because I found that I can't, like, if you look at one thing, then you got to do that thing right there and you got to keep doing this back and forth. But then they have I think it was the dollar store. I got a tiny little one. It I can't remember if that one lights up, but it's a tiny little one. It's probably about like that size. And it's very light. I think it might have a light on it. And you can just, kind of do that. Then they have the actual lights. I used a light for my cross stitch, but that you can actually put the magnifier so you have your painting here, right? And then you have the light which is hitting the painting, and but it's the magnifying glass, and it's kind of like close to your face. And so then you do have all the room to do this. So that helps. I can't remember. But if you look at them, I think it's like magnifying lights. I think it's what they're called. I got mine off of Amazon. and it works great for my cross stitch. And they have them where you can just set them like with the base and you can just set them, but mine I have in the base is a clamp, and then, well, it has an actual base, but I don't use that base. So I clamp it onto my cross stitch cart. And then that way, wherever I am, I can just bring my little cart and have my light right there. And diamond painting is kind of like cross stitch, so I imagine that it would work great. Now I don't use it for this because thankfully I don't have an issue with this. The this light board helps a lot though, because I see how clear they are, and then if I cut it off, like I can still see. This is very well marked because sometimes they're blurry and stuff like that, but this one's very well marked, so I can see it, but the light does help it. She says, I don't know, I could. Miss Kim says, hi there, Jackie in chat. Hello, Miss Kim. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hey, Kim. Hiya, Annie. I've seen the light style. I wonder where I could get a light board. They have light boards on Amazon. Mine I got on Temu for a fraction of the cost that it was on Amazon. It's been, it's been a little while. Thankfully, it has worked well because I wasn't sure how it would do. But I haven't had any issues with it. I don't know if you shop Temu. I know some people are against it, but of course it was before the tariffs and all that, so I don't know how that's doing now. If there's, the extra cost, because if there's the extra cost, then it's not even worth it. But I know that they do have local warehouses. So, like, if you find a light board on Temu and it's the local warehouse, you do pay $2.99 for shipping. Um, but then you don't have to deal with all that. But you can check them and you could check Amazon. I'm happy with my purchase, and it was a Temu purchase because I like saving money. But that light with the magnifier on works really good. I know a couple of the ladies that diamond paint or that I diamond paint on the channel with sometimes. Um, they have them and they like their magnifying table lamp light. Oh, okay, you love Timu. Amazon's getting too expensive. Yeah, look on Timu. That's where I got this one. Like I said, I paid a good price compared to, Amazon or other online stores. Yes, I love the low price when I'm not in a rush to get it. Yeah, yeah. But with their local warehouses now, you don't have to wait very long either. I mean, it's not, like if you're a Prime member on Amazon, of course, it's not next day, but it's not as long as of a wait. I've never tried them either. And the only reason I even tried Timu was because when I first started the channel, there was a lady that was coming in like every night and or every night that I was on, and she talked them up. You know, she got a lot of stuff from there and she never had an issue or anything like that. And so, you know, I went to them and I tried them. I just took her word on it and, you know, didn't look back. It went fine. I haven't had problems with anything that I've gotten from there, thankfully. Or any major problems because I think I did have an issue at one point and they just credited me. I don't remember what it was, but they just added the amount to my account for a later purchase. You have been doing free paid surveys, and I've done some that I can either put the earning in Amazon, Walmart, and PayPal. Oh, okay. I tried I tried like the online surveys like where they pay you like years ago. Like, I mean, golly, maybe it was like it was a long time ago, a couple decades maybe. And I did not find any success in that whatsoever. Okay, I think that was the last of that color. So I don't know how they are now. Do you make much money? The money doesn't come out of my pocket. Okay, when you're shopping with them. Well, that's nice. I know one of the ladies was saying, um, I don't remember if it was on Miss Kim. I don't remember whose live I was on. Miss Kim's. It might have been Granny. I don't remember. But this one came out of there. That's odd. She was saying that she plays games and they pay her. um, And like that most people don't do it because they think it's a scam, which I mean, I would automatically think that's a scam, right? That you get paid to play games, but she plays the games anyway. So she's like, why not make money at it? And I don't remember what app or anything like she was saying that it is, but I'm like, I wouldn't mind doing that, like especially if they had it for puzzles, because I like doing like the online puzzles. And I mean, I can get on an online puzzle and spend 2, 4 hours on there. So could you imagine just me getting paid for doing puzzles? Now I don't know what kind of games it is that she plays, but I'd like to find something like that. I've got $60 in my Amazon and over 200 in my PayPal for doing surveys, huh? Girl, send me the link. What kind of surveys do you do? Because I know, like, when I was saying, like, from decades ago, it was like you would make like pennies. It was just pennies for like whatever amount of time. And I was like, this is just so not worth it. Games, though, like I can do that depending on the game. I wish they had it for puzzling, and who knows, maybe they do. Okay, so Miss Kim likes their casual play clothes. That's probably Hey Cash. I have no idea. I don't remember if she said a name. And she says, "Hold on, I'll be right back." Okay. Miss Kim, sometimes I see you on your doing your lives, and I'm like, like I could go up there with her, and I know you're like it's always open, just let me know. Um, and I'm like I could go up there with her because I normally only work on this like when I'm on the live. And so, like, I didn't go live for like a week and a half, so it didn't get worked on. It was we picked up exactly where we left off a week and a half ago. And so I think about it, but then I'm like, I talk myself out of it because I'm like, I am not a talker, you know? And then I'm like, I think like I would feel forced to talk. And so I talk myself out of it every time, but I think about it all the time, just like with Mona. I'm like yesterday, I was what was I doing while she was doing her live? I don't even remember what I was doing, but I spent, I think it was 2.5 hours. I'm like, if I would have just gone on the panel with her, do you know the amount I could have probably done in 2.5 hours? But I wound up talking myself out of it. Because, sometimes I just don't have the time, but I can't remember for the life of me what I was doing yesterday. Because I know for a while I sat there and I like greeted everybody in, but then I still had y'all on and in my ear. But I was off doing, I don't know what I was doing. It wasn't gardening because I did not garden yesterday. I did not even, well, I did think about it, but I didn't go out there at all because the previous day I was out there for a long time and oh, my back was screaming at me. You're talking very well right now, Jackie. No, I'm not. I'm not a talker, Miss Kim. I can sit here and I can do this and like I'll just like crank the music up and I can just sit here and just do this and not talk. And maybe I'm talking right now because I haven't talked to y'all for a week and a half. And so I feel like, but I'm in general not a big talker. But thanks. Let's see, the J's are way up there. I'm gonna do the ends and get these little nope, let's do that other little symbol. What is that? That way when I'm putting my hand up there, I'm not touching anything. 46. Did the link show up? No. Let me give you. Okay, because I think I have it set up where you can't drop a link unless you're a moderator. So try it now. Oh, she says she put it in without the .com. Okay, let's take. Oh, you're talking very well. Did the link show up? Da, da, da. Would you both like to test websites? Would you both like to test websites and apps? Test them how? Because I go to a lot of like I don't like I when I'm like looking for stuff in websites or like blogs and stuff. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I do find like incorrect spellings and stuff like that. But there's never really like a way to reach somebody and say, "Hey, can you fix this?" Or, but I'm sure that's not what you're talking about. I don't see the link at all. Okay, there's the link. Okay. So let me click on this, get it. Okay, so that's the Hey Cache. Leave it open so I can go to it later. So Kim, what does that involve? 46. Test websites and apps just to like make sure they're working okay, that they do what they're supposed to do. Do you do it? How well does it go? Thank you for dropping that link, Annie. I need to give Miss Kim a blue. Let's see. There we go. You can unsmurf me again if you'd like. Do you want me to unsmurf you? I know that some people do not like to be smurfed because they feel pressure. They get some bit of anxiety because they don't want to have to deal with the trolls coming in and that kind of stuff. So if you want me to unsmurf you, I will because I get it. Like I have been smurfed on some channels that are like so busy and I don't say nothing, but then I'm like I try not to go because if I go, then I feel like I'm responsible, and they're so busy that rather not I'd rather not play. But I am not a busy channel. Although I do get trolls every once in a while, but normally when I come live, I try to set it to 5 minute subscriber, and a lot of times they don't wait around for that. So, and it's mainly when I'm on the portrait like I am now, but normally on the vertical I don't tend to have issues. And I guess it depends on what time cuz sometimes I haven't been on at after midnight in a long time, but when I went on after midnight it would happen. It doesn't matter to me. I'm really dating myself when I say Smurf. I love the Smurfs. Smurfette. Hmm. I used to collect the little figurines. Uh, Of course, I got rid of them years ago, but I used to collect them. Sleepy Smurf, Grumpy Smurf. I like Grumpy Smurf. You know what? I don't even know if that's their names. It's been forever. The all wise Papa Smurf. Yes, quality control, flow, and a general thought process on how to find your way throughout the site. Yeah, is it something that you just like sign up through a website or do they send you stuff? Like, I love that you call it surfing. Can I use that? I've heard I can buy diamond paintings in the Dollarama. I haven't looked. I know here they have them. 'Cause you say Dollarama, so I guess you're in Canada. Um, but here they have them at the Five and Below. They have them at, I think, at the Dollar General and at the Dollar Tree. And, they're little. I know Miss Kim, I think has shown some on her lives. There's smaller ones that sometimes they're not like the full drill. So it'll just have like plain canvas and picture and then just drills in some areas, but they look really nice. I have not, you know what? I need to make myself a note because I wanted to like get one and like do like a little, not really a review, but just see how it goes. And I also meant to get one of the crochet amigurumis that they have. One of the girls gave me the one that she had because she was having issues with it. Yeah, and I completely forgot about that. So I was gonna get it to see the directions and see if I could help her. And I put the diamond painting down pen down so that I could find something to write on. And I talked and didn't write nothing down. Dollar store diamond painting and amigurumi. Oh, I wish, you know what? I think she might have emailed me. Check email to see which one she's working on. That was like 2 weeks ago. Completely forgot about that. I feel terrible. All right, where can I put this sticky that I'm gonna remember? Oops, smurfing. Sure can. There's the website. Let me click on that. And I have that one, and then I can check it out later. Thank you, thank you. Yep, Southeastern New Brunswick, Canada, home of the Moosehead beer and reversing vaults. Yeah, you should check them. And while you're there, check to see if they have, that little magnifying glass. I mean, for, a dollar 50, they can't really beat it, and if it doesn't work, you're not out that much. So it's called user testing. Let's see, Miss Kim's, the link doesn't work for me, Kim. Oh, yeah, I am on vertical, so I've been able to click it, but that's because I'm on the actual studio part. They pay $10 per simple test and 60 to 120 or more if you fit their requirement for surveys. Hmm. Well, I've got them both pulled up, so I'm definitely going to look into both of them. I took a screenshot of yours, so I'll type it in later. Oh wow, I've been in here an hour. I gotta do Nightbot didn't remind me. All right, so today's devotional is Lost and Found. I would have been lost in my troubles if your law had not been my joy. I will never forget your word, for by it you have given me new life. I am yours. Save me, for I have looked to your law. You are my hiding place and my battle covering. I put my hope in your word. I am made happy by your word, like one who finds great riches. Psalms 119, 92 through 94, 114, and 162 NLV. Lord, when I'm desperate, when I see no way out of my problems, when I'm overwhelmed with sorrow, I seek you and your word. Save me, Lord. Be my hiding place. Cover me with your shadow so that I can rest and recover. Then, when I can once again rise in your power, show me the way out, the way back to the joy that your pathway and presence bring. I am yours, Lord. All my hope lies in you and your wisdom. I come to you lost, and by your word I'm found. Your word is the treasure I seek, and it holds the promises of all my tomorrows. Word by word, I find my peace and my way back to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Beautiful, beautiful. Jackie, maybe you can come up when I have a live with scripture reading. That's a pretty quiet live stream. The first one I did, I was more talkative, but the second one, I was quieter. I mean, I do think it's easier when, like when you have at least a couple of people, because somebody always has like something to talk about, and then you just kind of like jump in the conversation and stuff like that. But I don't think I've been to your scripture lives. I've seen um, it wasn't trivia. Was it trivia? Was it a game night? Is that what you do? Is it Friday or Saturdays? But I have not seen a scripture one. I'll have to go back and watch one. Because I don't know, do you diamond paint during it or not? Because that's what I would like to do. I think that was all of that. Let's do the ends. You guys that are in the background watching or listening, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. I lose people when I say that because they're like, oh, she could see, she could see. I can't see who you are. I can just see a number. That's all I can see. So don't feel pressured to leave. Are y'all Apple users by chance? Like iPhone? If you are, because maybe you're on here on the replay and you're listening, but if you are and you're going to, you know how some channels have memberships, if you are going to sign up for a membership, if you do it through your iPhone, it charges you more than what the actual membership is. So, for example, if you, or in my case, what it has done, I don't know if it charges different amounts based on what the amount of the membership is. But for example, if somebody has like a membership for like 99 cents, I think it charges you $1.99 monthly. Or if the 199 then becomes I think 2.99. And so it just charges you that extra dollar or however much monthly, but that amount does not go to YT or the person that you're supporting to their channel. It's just something that Apple just keeps or charges you, I guess, for the convenience. So if you do it through your computer as opposed to the iPhone, then you actually pay the actual amount and not the extra. You may already know that. I didn't know that. Even though I've heard people talk about it like months ago. They were like, don't do it through the iPhone because it charges you more. But the thing is, you don't even realize it's charging you more because I didn't. And then in the monthly thing where it comes, when you look at your Apple invoice or whatever, it was the amount. And I was like, I don't think that's correct. And so I went through the computer. So if you look at it through the phone again, it shows you like what their amount is, but it still charges you. And so then I did it through the computer and it was the lesser amount. So yeah, I don't know why they would do that. I guess in hopes that people don't notice and you just keep doing it. So you think you're signing up for one amount, but you're actually paying a different amount. Okay, so yeah, diamond painting. I'll go and I'll look. I went to subscribe to you and found out that I'm already subscribed. I wonder why I haven't received notifications for that. Happens so much. I'll come by so YT knows that I'm interested in you. Lydia says, hey, Annie. Lydia came back. She's been busy cleaning. No, there's some right there. Look, Miss Kim, it's never far from me. Right here. Let's see, let's put some drills down with it. Let's put a few drills down. Come on, pick up some wax. I don't know, did you pick up wax? Yeah. Was that the last one? I think so. Let's switch to the number. Let's do the 4. We'll do 4 and then we'll do 2. I really am thinking I've been wanting to do like, because most of my folks are night folks, right? So I've been meaning to do a Friday night with crochet because I haven't done any crochet since I've been back on here. Let's see, we'll do 2 and 4. So I really want to do some crochet on here on Friday nights. I just have to work up to it and I have to find the time. I love it. I absolutely love this thing. It's gorgeous. I need to look at the chat. Yes, I had a few people question me about that. Another thing I found out is that when a person gives memberships, that YT chooses a higher membership that's available. Of course, they were upset. I think it lets you pick which membership you want to give, though. Um, like I think you can like when it says like gift membership, I think you can pick which membership it is that you want to gift, like the different amounts. At least that's been when I've clicked on people, it's not taking me to the highest amount. It's giving me options. But but then again, that's through my computer. I don't know about through iPhones. That could be something completely different because I'm not doing any of that through the iPhone anymore because if it's not going to the creator, then there's no sense in it to me. Like, I mean, come on, Apple doesn't need the extra money. We've already got their devices, and their cloud and all that stuff. They don't they don't need to make money off of what the little amount that you're doing to support a creator. So, but yeah, you have to watch because you wouldn't know. Because you would just think, oh, okay, that's what their membership is. And that's how I was. I was like, you know, and then I heard them on a live. They were like, oh, the membership's, you know, only this much. And I was like, huh. And, I looked and I was like, okay. So it's not like an obvious thing. Like I said, I had heard it before, but when I clicked, it didn't tell me it was charging me anything or anything like that. It just did in the background. Because with that dollar or however much it charges based on other amounts of membership, you can be supporting other members instead of, supporting a big company like that. I couldn't agree more. Yup. Oh no, that one went on completely wrong. That one was really stuck on there. I know, I heard. Listen to me. I know, like you're talking to me. You sold another pen. So pretty, so pretty. They are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. All right, I think that's all on that one. You know, I talk about it all the time though, but like my favorite tips, I can't remember if I talked about it on the when I did the unboxing on this one, but my favorite tips, which this kind of looks like it, but it's these tips right here. So like this pen came with this tip, right? That's what goes in there. Now this tip just comes with the, with the ones that you just get with the packages, with the kits, just the generic. But I like this tip. It's just the holes, big enough, but it's smaller. So I don't know if you can tell that people probably getting tired of this because I show it all the time. But this tip, for whatever reason, just for me, and it's a personal preference. Others may like this one better, but this generic tip for me is, and I'm so glad it fits in this pen because it's my favorite. And so, when if this ever wears out, then I'll just put another tip in there because they come with all the pens that you get in the mail. In the mail, oh my goodness, that you buy. So I have, most of my kits, well, all my kits come with one. They're all a little bit different, but so I have plenty of replacements for that one. But I looked at this one and I was like, I don't think I can put that tip in there because that's I think like all one piece on your tip. But that's just me. Just like I have the electric pens. But I don't know. Like I find something that I like to use and I just like stick with it. Because I think on this one, I can't remember if the tip actually fits, but the thing is that it doesn't work anyway because it's blocked and then it wouldn't be able to suck up the drills. So you're stuck with this one. Although this one's nice and thin. That's probably the thinnest one that I have. And it works okay. Some people just think that it makes a lot of noise when I'm on the live. So like now I don't know if you can hear it from like down here, but I like it because I don't have to worry about the wax and I can just put my drills on, no worry about wax. They go on nicely, but it does make that noise and it does vibrate in your hand. And I mean, I can do this for hours with it most of the time. Well, I mean, I haven't diamond painted lately without being on a live, but previously, like if I wasn't on a live, I could put on um, my earbuds and like listen to a book so I wouldn't hear this sound that it makes because I'm not, I don't really care for the sound, but I wouldn't be able to hear it anyway. But you could still feel the vibration. But I've been able to work with this one for hours. Although I hear that the ones that actually have the tubing don't make all this noise, you can't hear them. And And I'm like, like I have my favorite tips, so I don't know that I would want the tubing. And I'm afraid that with the tubing, I'm just gonna make a mess. Like it's gonna be attached to something, and I'm just gonna accidentally knock over the tray and all the drills. And so that's why I've stayed away from anything with the hose or the tubing. I think that was all of those. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. I get what you're saying, right? You just get like you just find certain things that you like. All right, there's only four threes, so that one will go by quickly. All right, which one am I going to work on now? I think I'm going to go knock. Oh no, look, there was more threes right there. Always do that. Always. Always, always, always. No. I think that was the end of that. And then I'm going to do this little symbol, which is 63. Let's take out 63. I think I probably will do diamond painting tomorrow before Miss Kim comes on. Because I think it was last week I was going to do it. And then, was it last Friday? Yeah, I think it was for this past Friday. And I think that's when she was running a little behind. But so I think because you come on 1, right? So I may do 11 or 12. I'm just really at a point though where I can't commit, Like I did like when I had my schedule nice and set, but I just can't commit right now. But I'm thinking that I probably will at, I don't know, between 10 and 12 sometime. Come on for a little bit. And maybe tomorrow night, maybe I can do some crochet. Oh, maybe. All up in the air. Nothing set in stone. tomorrow's Thursday. That's right. So I'm thinking Friday. Yeah, tomorrow I'll probably do between 10 and 12 sometime. But then Friday, yeah. I just need to remember because normally I'm thinking like, 11 or 12. And of course, I don't want to. Oh, I missed one right there. My days are, look at that. I thought tomorrow was Friday. I mean, I knew it was Wednesday a little while ago. So yeah, maybe since I made it here today, I can do I missed the first half of the week, but maybe I can be present in the second half of the week. I'm supposed to go out and water the garden and harvest, but I'm dreading it. I've worked so hard out there. So hard. Come on, you gotta get on there straight. Sorry, I'm back. I had to take a shower for work. Oh, you gotta work today. I don't know why. Oh, there's still some right there, way up there. Whoever gives an honest answer kisses the lips. Proverbs 24:26. You know, I haven't done Bible. I haven't done Forest. Is it joke or jokes? I don't remember. Let's do jokes. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. Proverbs 10:12. It wants to give out Proverbs today. I got a fox. Jokes. What did the hat say to the scarf? You can hang around. I'll just go on ahead. Miss Kim says, "Hey Lydia, my colleagues really appreciate it when I take a shower before coming in. You get cool points for that." There. I have so many birds in my yard, and they have dropped. Oh, they work so hard. They have dropped so many seeds in my yard of stuff that is just coming up. I have all kinds of weeds that are coming up thanks to them. I have wild blackberries now thanks to them. I have the wild lettuce, which is very medicinal. So I'm letting it grow so that I can harvest it and make medicine. They also brought me evening primrose, which that's nice. There's probably a lot more out there that I'm not remembering right now, but they certainly just keep dropping things in my yard. I keep losing my spot. Is that all of those? I think that might have been it on that. Maybe later I will do some diamond art painting after work. Let's do some. I missed an end there. Of course I did. That's okay. That's okay because they'll all get filled in before we move to another section. It just takes a little bit longer, but it will be okay. I don't like that I missed them, but what are you going to do, right? Like diamond painting on your own, Lydia, or like going live and diamond painting? I have to crochet. I think that was all of those, so not very many. I mean, I'll probably find more. Let's do piece. 47 after work. That was all of those. I have my kitting up. What do you even call this box case? I have 3 levels because it holds 240 drills, and I'm working on the bottom level now. So I need to put away all those other drills from the other things that I have worked on. There's just sitting there, but I need to get rid of them so that way maybe next time I have to kit up, I have available space because right now I don't. And there's my dollar store diamond painting in amigurumi sticky. It fell off, which means that I'm going to lose it and I'm going to forget. Let's stick it on the laptop. All right, let's work on, let's do J's. There's a few J's, 35. I'm gonna do forest again, see what I get now. I still have some of this cold cocoa. I got a bear. I don't want a bear. I mean, I guess a panda, but I didn't get a panda. I would be okay with a panda. Oh, you got a bat. I have so many of those in my yard, which is good because, they eat mosquitoes. You know what I learned? Uh, That's probably common knowledge, but I learned yesterday that the mosquitoes that are in your yard are like, you know, are basically mosquitoes that were born in your yard. So they're not your neighbor's mosquitoes, which I don't see how that can be factual because I mean, I don't know how far mosquitoes travel, but like I feel like my mosquitoes can be over at the neighbor's and her mosquitoes can be over here, right? But apparently, most of the mosquitoes in your yard are born in your yard and they need very little. I knew that part. They need very little water to lay their eggs in. Um, but yeah, so if you get rid of all the water, which, when you have a garden, it's kind of hard to do because you have, like we have rain barrels collecting rainwater. And then I have a barrel out there that I put for fertilizer. I put all my fish water. So when I change out the tank, that used water, that used fish tank water goes into a 55-gallon drum out there and is used as fertilizer. And so, of course, the lid, it has on a plastic lid so that the rainwater doesn't go in it because then it would just dilute it all. So, water collects on that. And even if it's just a little sprinkle, water's collecting. So they were like, the water just needs to be sitting there for 4 days and you're going to get the mosquitoes. So they suggest that you go out there every week and you dump out all the sitting water. But like I said, we have the rain barrels. Well, those don't really have the sitting water because they have the mesh on the top to collect the water. But I'm sure the mosquitoes, I don't know. I'm not sure if the mosquito would fit through the mesh because I don't think I've noticed mosquito in the rainwater that we collect. But then, all the other buckets that we have out there, collecting stuff, they have lids. And I think that we are producing a lot of mosquitoes in this yard. Now, Hubs goes around there and dumps out water all the time. I don't know that he does it weekly. He probably does. He probably doesn't even tell me what it's for. He probably, yeah, like I said, it's probably common knowledge and he has it and he just goes trying to prevent us from having all the mosquitoes. But anyway, that was something that I learned yesterday. So you should dump out any area that's collecting water because just water, the little bit of water that you can hold in your hand is enough water for them to put their eggs in and for that cycle to begin. So now I will be a little bit better about that because we have so many mosquitoes and they're always getting us, especially me. Like they get me before they get Hubs. And of course, we don't spray. We try to keep everything natural and stuff like that. So maybe we won't leave them any water. But I mean, we water cats, stuff like that out there, so that's kind of a little problematic. Let's see. You got a bat jokes. A shout out to my grandma. That's the only way she can hear. Oh, that one had me laughing before I could even finish it. I have so many squash bugs out there. And I have a zucchini plant that was doing so well. I harvested a zucchini from it, and then I think it's almost gone. So I went ahead and cut off a lot of its dead leaves. And I'm not sure that, yeah, I gave it some fertilizer. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it or not. I mean, I know the squash bugs didn't do it. Now, the one thing that could do it that quickly, because it was like from one day to the next, is a borer, the squash vine borer. I did not see any signs of boring in the stems, but if I go out there, because I gotta go harvest, even though I don't want to, if I go out there and one of the other zucchini ones is like that, then that's gonna mean that I have borers in the area, and that's gonna be devastating because they would just, yeah, I have not been able to win against the vine borers, so that'll just not be good. I'm hoping it's not the borers. I mean, I have the BT that I inject into the stems, and that'll help. But the only squash plant that I have had come back from the vine borers is the tromboncino, and because they take up so much room with their greenery, I didn't even plant any this year. But if all my zucchini gets the borers, I may just have to, I don't remember what the days are on the tromboncino, but I may just have to put a few of those out there just so that I do wind up getting some squash. I mean, I do have squash out there, but I'm hoping it's not the borers. The increase in the water and the mosquitoes. Well, as long as there's no standing water, no home for the mosquito. But well, yeah, I guess having the lawn though will bring them in from somewhere, right? Because I'm sure there's standing water in plenty of places. I don't even know what I would do without my yard where I can just grow whatever I want, wherever I want. Because I know growing up, I was in the city, and I think on my block we had like mm, maybe like two trees, you know, that I guess were planted there by the city and kept up by the city. But we didn't see greenery, it was all cement, asphalt. So I like having the yard to do whatever with. And yeah, there's bugs that come with it. And of course, the watering, but there's also good stuff. But it does take a lot of watering to keep it. And I'm sure that, there is probably some out there, some grasses that take less water. And I guess that's something that they can look into. But, a lot of people are opposed to change. Oh, I was going to end with that last color because, oh, did I drop that one? Because I'm at my 2 hour. I did. I'm at my 2 hour. That's all I was going to do. So I am not going to finish that color. I'm going to put the lid on it. Go make myself a coffee with some collagen in it. Sit down, drink my coffee, think about going out there in the yard, in the garden, and harvesting and perhaps watering. I need to check the weather and see if there's going to be any rain. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's hot and sunny out there, which it probably is. So I will try to come on tomorrow again, sometime between the hours of 10 and 12. If you want to come join me again, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day till I see you again. Bye.